All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. My name is PallyTime, you are you, and we are on the Infernal Shrines today, taking a look at the brand new Lunara rework. We did a theory crafting video earlier that will be linked at the end of this video, just in case you missed it. We are going to try to go for a build that allows us to deal high amounts of single target damage. We're not necessarily interested in spreading that toxin around to everybody. We're interested in, let's say this Falstad takes a step out in the wrong direction. We end Falstad. Falstad no longer exists. That's what we're trying to do here. We are going to spin in the middle because this is a viewer game on the PTR. The friendly team, Lunara, Arthas, Alarak, Ana, and Azebo. The enemy team, Blaze, Ariel, Diablo, Thrall, and False Daddy. We might actually have to go for some giant killer prospects here today, boys. Look at the focus of the stream, but it's already happening. We did not go for natural perspective at level 1. Instead, we went for a brand new Wisp talent that allows us to extend the sight range of this Wisp by a massive amount. So this entire lane currently revealed to us right now. Let's try to kite this Thrall around a little bit, shall we? Make him regret coming into my lane. Granted, if we take one misstep, we're dead. But I can still poke at him in the meantime, especially if he keeps using those wolves like he is. Get out of here. Go away. We're trying to dominate. We're not a solo laner by any capacity at all. They did move Siphoning Toxin down 1 level. It used to be level 7, now it's level 4. And with Siphoning Toxin, we can kind of restore our health over time. I just don't want people to get confused and think that it's a talent where you're going to live through everything. Like it's going to be your Vampiric Assault and you can just go in and trade, because it's simply not that. It will allow you to stay alive a little bit longer, but it's not going to make me win a trade with Thrall unless we've been fighting for a very long time already, and it's kind of down to the wire, right? He's baiting me. That means there's a gank coming. Good Ariel stun. Almost got out. I fucking called it too. I knew I was getting baited. So at level 4, which we're about to hit pretty soon, we are going to go for Nature's Culling. Increases nature toxic damage by 150% to non-heroes. That terminology is very, very, very important. And if you just look at this, if you usually just look at the summarized version of the talent, it can be misleading. This one is actually accurate. So anything that's not a hero, we're going to deal more damage to. Sometimes there's stipulations on not dealing more damage to monsters and only dealing extra damage to minions and mercenaries. This increases our damage with our poison to minions, mercenaries, monsters, and structures as well. So theoretically, it could help us clear out this objective a little bit faster. I'm going to be using it to help myself with a little bit of lane clear, because I'm all about that PvE life. Try to stay ahead of the enemy team as much as possible. They have a Falstad, so that's going to be hard to do, with them roaming around and clearing everything, but I'm still going to give it the good old college try. It looks like we have zoned him out for the time being, and Thrall's in the middle lane getting some camps, so we need to start putting some pressure on this objective if we want to be successful. That being said, we could probably just fight this enemy team right now. I'm trying to spread my toxin around just a little bit. We have used my W ability to already apply the slow to those that I have hit, but it does look like this enemy team is gonna be pushing us out of here right now for the time being. We get a pretty big power spike at level 7, but up until then, I think it's best that we just play a little defensive and walk away from these. Canceled my back. I'm a piece of shit. Final walk. Now we're gonna be killed by Falstad when he rotates down. But look how fast we can clear out these mercenaries. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, our main goal right now is giving them the objective and us focusing on hitting level 7. Once we do hit level 7, I will be joining the team up there, because I should be able to kill off that Punisher fairly quickly, I imagine. I don't think it'll be that bad. I do need to use my Wisp more. You're right, chat. I definitely do. We could have had vision of all of that happening, especially with the upgraded talent. So I could just put this right here, and it might even give us enough vision of the objective itself. The enemy team is level 7. We are still not, but it looks like we're still tussling in here. We're still fighting. False stance animate though.
I just love watching them.
And she's up real far.
Well,
good stun. I'm about to be Diablo stun too. All right, behind the wall. Behind the wall. Keep in mind these are viewer games, so player skill can be all over the place. This is in no way at all balanced matchmaking at this point. So what I think is a good idea, my team may disagree with me, but we're just gonna let that Punisher hop in. Try not to give Diablo any angles to stun us, and just back it on up. This Ariel's so brave. So fucking brave. Okay, here we go. Choking Pollen. Now, if I have 3 stacks of poison on a target, and then I hit them with my Q ability, they're gonna take a giant amount of damage. So 1, oh, gave him the stun. 1, oh no! Please! I wanna live! Okay. Okay, I think I'm out. I think I'm out. Fuck. That was so scary. That was so fucking scary. Good engage by the friendly team here. Looks like we might be able to get the Falstad and the Blaze as well. Nice turnaround. That's exactly the trade we needed. Okay, so how this works. Noxious Blossom, deals 50% more damage to heroes affected by Nature's Toxin. But if we have all 3 stacks on them, it's like a fucking bomb going off. And it could deal some serious damage. Now, we are giving up the Splintered Spear, so we're not going to be spreading around our Toxin as much. The idea with this Q build is that we're doing much more focused damage on our enemy, on a single enemy, rather than an entire team. Your daily screen freeze, brought to you by Heroes of the Storm and the NVIDIA Corporation. Can you believe someone actually thought I was toxic by doing that? I got a tweet about it. All Pally does is just complain about everything. I don't like it. I don't know why Blizzard supports him. Uh-oh. Go ahead and try to slow him down. I'm trying to kite him to my Nazebo, but my Nazebo has more interesting things going on in his life.
fine then.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. What do I do? I guess I stay? Just in case he goes back, we can scout this out again. Try to get 10? I mean, he already used his ult. And he already wolfed. So there's our slow.
Well, taste my spear.
Uh-oh. Oh no, please! Fuck! No! Oh, they came from nowhere! Okay, I'm fine. Throw one more Q back there. Okay, we are gonna go for the leaping strike to get ourselves out of trouble. At least that's the plan. That's the plan. We're gonna try to get out. Let's send our Wisp over here. That'll give us vision of the entire area of the objective for its full duration. Does it last 30 seconds too? I know it has a 30-second cooldown. But does it last 30 seconds? I think it might. Seems like it's going for a long time. So now we can jump over someone. Auto attack, hit our W and Q, and it's gonna be priming our Noxious Blossom damage to do its full amount. So whoa. Here, let's just go after anyone we can here. Wasn't ready for the bunker. Okay, we're gonna have to jump over him, slow him down, never mind, we're dead. Okay. Fuck! Oh, God! So, Lunara's damage was increased with this build. Single target damage was increased with this build, but her survivability is, she's just as squishy as she's ever been. And if you ever find yourself out of position like I just was, it can be hard to get out. Now, Leaping Strike does allow you to move to the other side of an enemy hero. I just didn't use it fast enough. I just didn't use it fast enough, boys.
Let's go.
You're getting fucked. So they're 4 away, so we want to be as far back as possible. Maybe I can go clear middle lane really quick, or top lane really quick. She does have a really cool talent at level 1 that allows her to move around the map a lot faster.
A thorn in your side.
I'm just worried about our XP kind of spiraling out of control. So I'm going to let them defend. I'm going to get this easy XP. Just get my poison on them. I think if they die with the poison on them, I get XP. I'm pretty sure. And now we'll join our team.
Time for some reading.
From a kind of bad angle. Oh, very bad angle. Motherfucker, I'm so shit at this game. I'm so sorry. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I was so stupid. Did I just make us lose? Oh no. It's all going so poorly.
Going strong.
Um,
Time for some reading.
okay, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Still fine, still fine. I'll go ahead and sippy cup. That was some decent damage. How is our damage looking?
Forest fights back.
Not bad. Not bad. There's a serious skill gap between teams. That's what happens when you do a first come, first serve
I
viewer
seek
game.
the
Let's
enemies
scout
of
this.
the forest.
Oh, they there. They know. And they killed my thing right away. They killed that wisp immediately. All right, let's just get some toxin on them. They'll die before they even hit the lane. Already used my wisp to scout, so we can't scout the other side, but I was gonna say, we know where they are. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Feeling okay out here.
Where's the
It is weird to lose vision of Diablo in a bush when you're used to natural perspective all the time. That is really strange. We're 4 levels down, we need to soak. But it's kind of hard to get to our soak at the moment.
Growing strong.
Because it's pushed up so far. Yeah, they're already rotating up to kill me up here. At least false stat is. So, are we actually dying to magic damage? Is that something we're worried about? Do we want to... Let me scout this out. Do we want
The
to...
call of Kalimdor. Taste my spear.
fuck. Do we want to maybe... Casting Crippling Spore while at least 2 heroes are affected with Nature's Toxin reduces the cooldown. Do we want to try that? We want to increase the slow. We're not really spreading the toxin super well with this build. We don't have the Splintered Spear or anything. Let's do the Spell Shield. Let's try to stay alive.
I seek the enemies of the forest.
Hello. We'll just hop over. Slow him down. Get out of that. Grab a sippy cup. Flip over him again. Oh my god. They're so fucking tanky. And I don't know where it's coming from. It's just an Arium. Oh my god, the cooldown reduction too. That's pretty insane. I wonder who he's gonna flip. Yeah. I was waiting on my cooldown from Leaping Strike to come back up. Focus the streamer is much easier to deal with when you're on a tank. I think we just lost. Fuck. I didn't even get to the fun part where you get the cooldown reduction. I don't know, we might still be in. We might be able to defend this. Just gotta play right. We gotta get these catapults down. Feeling okay? To be fair, it is pretty difficult for an Ana to heal Lunara as well. I mean, I'm kind of just bouncing around all over the place at inconsistent speeds. When they're this grouped, see, I went into this wanting to try a very specific build. If I went into this with the Splintered Spear, we could be having a very different game because they're always so clumped up. Like, Splintered Spear would be hitting all of them all of the time. We should get some map pressure. We should get this before we go down. We gotta get some XP. Now we can rotate down and try to do something. Go off this catapult. You know what I mean, though? I went for a build that was very single target damage oriented, or at least that was the original intention. But if I went for Splintered Spear, they'd be so grouped up all the time that I think we'd actually get a lot of benefit out of that. If we're gonna do something about this, we need to do it as a team, and Arthas decided not to follow. We are a talent tier down, so I mean, I understand. That could have been, you know, that could have been a way for us to make a little bit of a comeback, at least get a kill, something. Bottom does have a long way to go before they're up to a keep, at least, but they are getting that camp, and they are migrating aggressively over towards our side of the map. I'm gonna go for unfair advantage instead, and I'm gonna make it my goal to try to deal as much toxin damage as possible. Maybe an Ariel won't be able to keep up with that, but they are going to be moving in here with pretty much full health Frozen Punisher pretty soon. Back up on it. So Thrall's moving in. I'm sure his team's going to be right behind him. Let's get out of that. Team's grouped up real hard. Yeah, I'm just going to try to kill off the Punisher so they don't stay any longer. Okay, feeling all right, feeling all right, feeling okay. Not dead yet. Oh, I'm getting... I almost dove that. I was like, oh, I could kill him though. Okay, we need to scout out where they're going. Let's put our Wisp in that bush. Let's not die to this minion wave. Thank you for the globe. Diablo's already killing my Wisp, so he was ready. He was gonna kill us if we moved over there. The enemy team level 20 now. Okay.
A thorn in your side.
Okay, I need to be so careful. Falstad's in his base. I was worried about a just straight lightning bolt killing me. If Falstad's in his base, we might want to try for something here. Maybe. We got to do something. We can't just give them everything. I know we're down, but we got to try something. But we're too late. That at least would have been a 4v5 for a 5v4 for a moment. We can clean up the lanes. There's no objective right now. Oh, Diablo though. My Wisp is on cooldown. Just back out, back out, back out. Oh, yep. I mean, I'm dead. Maybe not. I feel pretty dead. Oh, well. We didn't move back in time. Alarak got caught. Tried to use his unstoppable. Wasn't enough. Level 20 advantage is pretty high, boys. What I was trying to do in that fight was immediately get 3 stacks onto the Thrall. So I hopped over, auto-attacked, and used my W, got 3 stacks on him, and then tried to use my Q for as much damage as possible, hoping it would be enough to actually burst him down. Wasn't quite enough. And then by the time that was done, if I jumped back over, I just would have been isolated and completely killed off. Diablo has the damage reduction talent. Oh. No, he doesn't. GG, boys. New Lunara has more options for sure. Does it make me a better Lunara player? No. Like I said, a few things I could have done differently there is focus my build more on the Splintered Spear, and we also could have gone for more attack range, and that definitely would have helped out in that situation. When the enemy team has an Ariel and they have a double front line with the melee, you know they're going to be grouped up quite a bit. And I went in to this game with the idea of doing this exact build, which is not the situation I should have come at this match with. I just wanted to show off this new talent that I thought would be really good. And I basically got no fucking benefit out of it whatsoever. If we were able to hit level 20, that toxin damage, plus the unfair advantage damage, plus the damage we're dealing with choke and pollen, would have ramped up quite nicely. You get your first damage spike here at 7, your next really big spike here with whichever ultimate you try to get, because it makes it easier for you to stack up pollen, and then it's like 16 and 20 are both really, really, really big power spikes as well. But again, the safer way to play that would have been to go for Splintered Spear, and then honestly probably taking Unfair Advantage and then intensifying Toxin, because if our Spear is going to be trading all the time, I imagine it'd be pretty easy. We also could have potentially gone for Accelerated Contamination, actually, instead of Unfair Advantage. Accelerated Contamination would have made it so we could have used our Q ability much more. Not even necessarily using it to deal damage to the enemy team, but using it to just throw a Q down so we can auto-attack once more. And maybe that would be good. Don't know. Requires more testing. First impressions. Diablo rework. He's a lot squishier, but that self-healing stuff is crazy. Kind of like it was on Tyrael when he was first changed. And if you were good at Lunara before, I imagine you would still be good at Lunara now. It's a lot of the same fundamentals. It requires a lot of the same skill set and the knowledge of positioning, which again I struggle with on this character. But yeah, she seems fine. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.